Hey Pioneers, it's Angela. I'm going to show you how to save a ton of time with performance-based assessments using Seesaw. So in this example, I'm going to show you how your students could actually do this on their own. So right now, I'm signed in as a student. I'm going to tap the green Add button right now because my teacher has told me that they've hung up a list of sight words that they would like me to take a photo of. So I'm going to tap Photo. I'm going to take a picture of that list. Now on the bottom, I'm going to read these words. Tap Record. Around, help, city, until, other, think, with, could, read, eat, those, children, animals, little. Pause. Going to tap the green. I could review this if I want, but it looks good to me. Tap the green check. And now my teacher is going to get this for approval. Now let's take a look at a way to share this activity with students so they actually don't have to take a photo. We are going to use the activity feature. So right now I'm signed into Seesaw as a teacher on my computer. I'm going to tap the green Add button and I'm going to create or share an activity. When I get into the activity library, I'm going to choose Create New Activity here on the left. So let's tap there. And I'm going to call this activity Sight Words November. I've already typed in some instructions, so I'm just going to paste those here to save a little bit of time. But under the template section, I'm going to click there, and I'm going to add a file from my computer. And that file is actually going to be an image of that sight word list. So I'm going to tap Add File, select from my computer, and that sight word list picture is right there, so I'm going to open it, tap the green check in the upper right, and there it is. So that looks good. I'm going to tap the green check again. It's now uploading it and attaching it to my activity. So in the bottom right, I'm going to save this activity. Here it is, ready to go to my students. So I'm going to tap Share. Going to choose the class it's going to get shared to. I'm going to share it with that class. And then I'm going to show you in a second what your students will do when they see this in their Activities tab. Now here I am in the class that activity was shared with. I'm signed in as a student. So now I'm going to tap on the Activities tab. And I'm going to see at the top that activity, that sight word activity has been shared with me. So I can see the picture cues that I could follow. I'm going to tap the green Add button on that activity so I can read those words. So when I tap Add as a student, it pops up right there for me. So I'm going to tap Record, around, help, city, until, other, think, with, could, read, eat, those, children, animals, little. I'm going to tap the green. I could review that, tap the green check, and now I have added that to Seesaw so my teacher can check out that activity. Now let's take a peek back at the teacher perspective because now my students have responded to the activity I've shared with them. So signed in as a teacher, I'm going to get this big, huge red bar at the bottom. I'm going to review the responses. Now what I love assessment-wise with sharing an assessment through the activity flow is that when I get these coming into me, if I tap this gray bar, I am taken to a screen that shows me all of my responses in one place. I love it because now I see what students I still need to work with. I can then go ahead on the bottom here and approve all of these responses, of course, because this is an assessment, I'd be listening to all of these. But again, typically, I would have pulled students one-on-one to do this assessment. But with using Seesaw, they can do it independently and I can listen and review their work at a later time. So right there, just with this one thing, I'm saving probably 30 minutes of instructional time doing it this way. Now you might be thinking, Angela, I teach 5th grade. I don't do sight word assessments. You probably might do fluency checks or need to figure out how students are applying vocabulary. Maybe you're working with a lot younger, preschoolers, younger students. You might be doing a shape assessment. So I'd encourage you just to think about how you can either have your students start with that green Add button and post to Seesaw some of the assessments that you're typically typically doing, or see how you can create an activity and share it with your students to really help save you a lot of time with those assessments. So I hope this helps. I can't wait to see what you try this week.